Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone. I've got a new video for you. So, before I start, I will say that I will put the links to the two newspaper articles um, in the link description. But according to The Sun, their headline reads John Barrowman has been sensationally axed from Dancing on Ice following claims of inappropriate behaviour. Um, the article reads on John Barrowman has been sensationally axed from TV's Dancing on Ice following claims of inappropriate behaviour while filming, we can reveal. The actor, who joined the skating show as a judge in 2020, faced allegations this month that he repeatedly exposed himself on the set of Doctor Who and the spin off Torchwood. And amid calls for him to be sacked, the Under Fire star apologised for his behaviour, claiming it was high spirited behaviour and tomfoolery. But insiders say the scandal has sounded the death knell for his career on Dancing on Ice, as bosses are determined to protect their family friendly image. And they insist last night he will not be invited back on to the panel. One source told us, ever since allegations against John came to light, discussions have been ongoing over his future on the panel of Dancing on Ice. But the feeling now is there is no way we can invite him back. ITV has shown they are prepared to act decisively when stars are accused of inappropriate behaviour, and it seems this situation will not be the exception to the rules. Force a scrap ad. News of Barrowman's departure comes as we can also reveal bosses were recently forced to scrap an expensive ad featuring Noel Clarke. Chiefs had cast the disgraced actor in a commercial opposite I'm a Celebrity, Fern McCann, as part of the channel's ongoing drama versus reality promotional campaign. The first of the three glossy adverts, which sees actress Catherine Kelly making a gin and tonic with reality star Pete Wicks tied up in a cupboard, is now airing, and the other has been filmed with actor Jason Watkins and Love Island's Kem uh, Centenary. But sources said Noel's advert, which cost tens of thousands to film, had been scrapped after he was accused of sexual misconduct towards 20 women. The Bulletproof star denies all of the allegations, bar one, accepting he made inappropriate remarks to a woman, then he later apologised for. But in response, ITV immediately axed the finale of his primetime drama Viewpoint. One source said this ad campaign was intended to showcase the very best of ITV talent. How could we have put Noel in that bracket in the face of these allegations? Scrapping the ad cost us tens of thousands of pounds, but was the right choice. It was necessary to show how seriously we take such claims. An ITV spokesman said any discussions regarding the 2022 series of Dancing on Ice are very premature. Now, that's that article from the Sun newspaper. Now, for people out there, the Sun newspaper, they do get scoops, but thing about it is the newspaper has a bit of a bad reputation with people. Um, they're a very controversial newspaper, and you know, they've done things in the past. But I do have another article from a different um, newspaper, and again, I'll put the link in the link description. But according to the Daily Mail, their headline reads, John Barrowman's place on Dancing on Ice hangs in the balance. Now, the Daily Mail article came out 7 hours ago, and the Sun article came out 10 hours ago, while I'm actually doing this video, I should say. That's the time frame when I'm doing this video. That's how long it's up. So the Daily Mail, and again, the links to these two newspapers will be in the link description to the video if you want to read them yourself. And according to them, they say John Barrowman's place on Dancing on Ice judging panel hangs in the balance after the actor admitted he repeatedly exposed himself on the Doctor Who set. Show bosses are reportedly said to feel they cannot have the actor 54 return to the judging panel for the show later this year. Source claimed ITV has shown they are prepared to act decisively when stars are accused of inappropriate behaviour. This situation will not be the exception. This actually seems to be they could be this article could be in response to the Sun article. To be honest, um, yes, it says it here. According to reports from the Sun on Saturday, show bosses have said they cannot. Yeah, so it's the same thing as the Sun article, but there has been calls for John Barrowman to be removed from this show ever since uh, his behaviour came to light again and resurfaced because of the Noel Clarke situation. Now, it was dealt with back then, but there seems to be people out there that are not satisfied with that and have called uh, for him to lose work. Um, sorry. As I told you, um, as I said weeks ago when we were covering this, you know, he was reprimanded back then. He hasn't behaved like that since then on the Doctor Who or on the BBC. He apologised then. He apologised again. As far as I'm concerned, it is a non-issue. There's a lot of fans out there that, excuse me, that also agree with that sentiment. So, I find, it's ridiculous to be quite honest with you that because of a few outraged people out there, a person can lose work even though they've apologized. You know what happened with forgive and forget, or he who has not sinned cast the first stone. I don't think anybody is perfect out there. um it's absolutely ridiculous. The guy, you know, has behaved himself since when he's been on BBC premises, and by the sounds of things, none of this stuff when he's worked for ITV, nothing has came forward. These are past indiscretions that were dealt with back in the day, as I said. But don't know, guys. I don't know what you guys actually think about that. I honestly think it's a sad situation. You know, as he said himself, nobody believes for 1 second anyway. Um, that the people that I've been talking to believed that there was anything sinister in it at all. Um, there is no doubt there was nothing sinister in it at all. But we're in a current climate now where people are being cancelled for past mistakes, and unfortunately, John Barrowman is another victim of that. I think nobody out there will agree that anybody that has done anything heinous should be dealt with the full letter of the law. But when it comes to John Barrowman, I think, as I said, it was dealt with, and I just don't understand why people want to come after him now because of the Noel Clark situation, which is obviously, as we've heard, it's a sickening situation. But are no way the two are the same as some out there have tried to claim. I've even seen things, and people go as far as to compare John Barrowman to Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris and others like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. Um, those two other guys were pure evil. Um, John Barrowman isn't. Anybody that's worked with him and obviously seeing this go on have even come out and said that there was nothing sinister in it. So I just don't can't get my head around it. And if he has been fired from Dancing on Ice, or he's not going to be invited back, well then all I'll say is it is a loss for Dancing on Ice because he's such a personality. They really like to bring in um larger than life personalities, and John Barrowman certainly is. So it will be a loss. Um, and I hope he doesn't lose any more work. I mean, time fracture, he was removed from that. You know, there was a possibility, and there was talk of a Torchwood reboot, or coming back. That'll never happen now. It's sad, really, to be quite honest with you. You know, yeah, like you're paying for past crimes. You know, there's a word, you know, out there. It's called forgiveness. And if the people that worked with him continue to work with him and had no problem with him, well, then why can't the rest of you just move on with your lives? Or, that thing called forgiveness. Why don't you just forgive and move on? You know, I think it's a sad situation anyway. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be very interested to hear what some of you have to say. Um, yeah, it's a sad situation, Ari. But listen, just to let you all know as well, this is a pre-record. So just let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think it's justified? If you do, let me know and give a reason why you think it's justified. And if you don't think it's justified, same thing. Let me know why you think it isn't justified. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna head off. Gonna say I'll see you all later on. Have a good one, and we will talk very very soon.